Our last story tonight is arguably the world's favorite spy. His name is James Bond, though he may not be able to say that for much longer because now 007's name is in mortal danger. An Austrian business person has the license to kill. He has filed a trademark lawsuit against the multi-billion-dollar franchise, challenging the name James Bond and trying to revoke its ownership. Now, the iconic British spy is in danger of losing his name in the trademark battle. So is this Bond's time to die? Our next report tells you.
The name's Bond, James Bond, but maybe not for long, because 007 is in danger again, this time of losing his name in a trademark battle. The sprawling multi-billion-dollar James Bond franchise is facing a mortal threat. Its owners are embroiled in a fight to keep control of the super spy's name after a Dubai-based Austrian property developer, Joseph Kleindienst, filed a trademark lawsuit in Europe. This suit targets the James Bond name because the trademark is not being used anymore. Under the UK and the European Union law, a name is trademarked against goods and services, which includes digital properties like movies. But if the owner does not use this name commercially for at least 5 years, then it can be challenged. A lawsuit challenging the trademark can revoke the ownership of the name, and the same name can be used for other purposes. This is exactly what's happening with James Bond. This name is trademarked. It protects multiple versions of the super spy's name, including James Bond Special Agent 007, James Bond 007, and the famous saying, Bond, James Bond. Now all these terms are subject to challenge, because 007 seems to have gone missing. The last movie in the iconic British espionage franchise came out in 2021. It marked the end of Daniel Craig's 15-year run as the secret agent. Since then, there has been a question mark over Bond's future. There's an ongoing saga of who will replace him as the next James Bond, and when the next film will be announced. With no announcements of what's coming next, the 63-year-old franchise is on track to reach that 5-year gap mark. Now, a legal shakeup has put the movie further in danger. This has invited backlash from fans who know exactly what trademark battles can do to movies. For instance, soon after the copyright lifted on children's favourite Mickey Mouse, it turned into a slasher, and even when there's no major personality flip. Fans also know that copyright claims have forced movies to change their names. For instance, in 2012, The Avengers released as Avengers Assemble in the United Kingdom after a name clash with a British TV show from the 1960s. Trademark battles are a tricky business. So what does it mean for arguably the world's favourite spy? What does the Austrian business person plan to do with his license to kill? While there's no announcement about the potential plans, initially Kleindienst wanted to utilize the Bond name in other ways. But then came intense backlash, because apparently even for the largest European property developer in the UAE, who's currently building a $5 billion luxury resort complex, the world is not enough. Fans questioned why he's going after the Bond name. Critics called it an opportunistic moment in bad taste. So now he has backtracked. He says that James Bond will not die on our watch. But even if Bond were to die another day, it wouldn't be easy. James Bond is one of the most recognizable names in cinematic history. So experts say it wouldn't be easy to take that away. This trademark battle won't have a straightforward route. But on the upside, it may push the movie makers to bring Bond back to the big screens. After all, never say never again.
Merci beaucoup. Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Namaste, Mr. President.
Bharat Kelogon, Komeri Namaste.
How many people generally follow you in interviews?
Typically in a month, we have viewers up to 150 million. That's more than twice the population of France. And in the last 2 years, we had 3 billion viewers. So I say, Laurent, this is your chance to be famous. You're on Firstpost. One word to describe your equation with Prime Minister Modi.
Amitié.
As India and France work together, are you creating a new era of non-alignment in the technology space?
India is a training superpower. 1 million engineers a year, more than all of Europe and the US combined. So we have that partnership. We have a partnership on the environment and the economy. We also have civilian nuclear programs, and that is something we've developed far beyond the France-India relationship. So we want to work together on AI.
And then comes China with its DeepSeek, creating models at a fraction of the cost. Did that innovation take you by surprise? Did that breakthrough make you sit up and think, what did the Chinese do and how?
But what did DeepSeek do? They took everything that was already available from the last AI model, and then they recalibrated it.
So are you going to ban Chinese AI in France?
So we don't have this American approach of banning tech because of where it comes from.